Mike Johnson has been trying to keep a vote from happening on the Affordable Care Act subsidies, going as far as to say, as late as yesterday, that there wouldn't be a vote on the ACA subsidies. However, we had heard this morning that apparently Democrats have convinced enough Republicans to sign off on a discharge petition again to go around Speaker of the House Mike Johnson and to vote on the ACA subsidies. Now, as I'm recording this, the vote hasn't yet to have happened. They are working on holding that vote today. We are going to see if they do end up extending the ACA subsidies. I think they will end up passing something around a 2-year mark. And 2 years just makes sense. Why? Because it takes pressure off the midterms, but it's not far enough out that it affects the 2028 general. And if you go any farther past 28, well, then you're into the next presidential administration. And you could get Donald Trump to sign off on 2 years saying, hey, if you sign it, we can always claw it back later. And we can always, that gives us plenty of time to pass your plan, but make sure we write it in a way that's actually going to work. If you phrase it to Donald Trump that if they rush it, it's going to fail, Donald Trump doesn't want to fail. He cares about image and perception and all of those things. So if they phrase it to him the right way, they could convince him to sign a 2-year extension. And I think that's where they end up at, because Republicans know letting the ACA expire is going to be bad for them politically. You have basically a generation that has now grown up never knowing what it was like before the Affordable Care Act, and with all of the changes involved. And that would be very bad for them as a political party, and they don't want to have to face the voters for it. At least some Republicans already are seeing the writing on the wall. So we will see if this discharge petition actually works. I think they will pass something in the next couple of days, trying to get this going before they leave for their Christmas break. That is my thought. That's what I think is going to happen with it. But we are hearing that Republicans are breaking rank with enough votes to force yet another discharge petition around Mike Johnson. And he's losing control of the House very, very quickly. It would surprise me if he still ends up being the Speaker of the House past the end of next year, past the midterm elections. And that's even if they somehow manage to reclaim the House or keep the House in the midterms, which I don't think they will do. So we'll see what they ultimately vote. It's happening right now.